Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Word. In this module, I want to show you how you can use smartart diagrams to enhance your document. So I've got a blank document on the screen and the feature is on the Insert tab in the Illustrations group here. And there you can see it, smartart. Click on that and it will give you a list down this left hand side, categories. And as you click on these categories, you see an example on the right hand side. If I go back to the top where it says all, you can also just scroll down here and select from this option like so. What I'm going to do first off is go to hierarchy, click on that and select one of these, this top left hand one, and just basically show you how it works. So click on that one, clicking OK. The diagram comes on the screen. You have the smartart tab on the ribbon as well as format. So both of these, but this is what I'm going to focus on. How you edit this is like this. If I don't want this shape here, now I've clicked into that, so it thinks I'm going to type something, but if I click on the edge of it, now I can press my delete key on the keyboard and it will delete that and reset the diagram. If I don't like the shape that I've selected, I can drop this little layout option down and just maybe change it here if you don't like the one you chose at the beginning. But I'm going to leave it on that one. To type, you just click inside a shape and just start typing. So type MD. When you press enter within a shape, it will reduce the font size. So if you keep pressing enter, the font size will go really small. So there you go. Now I can use my mouse to click into these other shapes, but I can't use my tab key directly, which I'd want to do. If I press tab, it just does a tab inside the box. So I'll just do Control Z to undo that. What you have to do if you want to use your tab key is press escape first and then press tab, and it will jump to the next box like that. So if I call this training Miss White, and then I will have to press escape and then tab to get to the next box. I'll call that retail Mr. Green, escape and tab to get to the last box. I'll call that sales Mr. Brown. So that's my first layer, if you like, of management. If I now want to have some boxes coming out from underneath, you have to go to the ribbon and click on add shape. So I'm going to add two shapes, 1, 2, and they come out sort of like hanging right. That's called hanging right. If I did that on this one, same thing, 1, 2, and then that one, 1, 2. So they're coming down the page. Now this feature, smartart feature, is available in PowerPoint and Excel. If you don't like this layout, if I click back onto the management level, I can go and change the layout style by selecting, for example, standard here, and then they'll go side by side. Everything else moves across. But if I do that for each of these, you might find yourself sort of running out of space or the font getting a bit small. I might get away with this one because there's not that many boxes. It's okay, I could probably get away with that, but then coming down further, you are going to get a really small box and probably not be able to read it. I could obviously change the orientation of the page to landscape. That would give me more space. Now, in terms of styles, you can select from this list and you can hover over these styles and you can see the little preview. This only works if you've got live preview activated, which I do have. And I'm going to go probably for the box style, that one. Click on that and there's the style for this organizational chart. So that's the first one I want to do. Now there are some smartart diagrams that are slightly weird in the way you have to format them. So if I go and get myself another one, smartart diagram there, I want relationship, and this funnel is a typical one. I'll click on that and then OK. So again, you can type. So I'll just call it phase 1 and phase 2. I can click into there, so I can type phase 2, but now I cannot click into this one. I can do the escape and tab, and that will go in there if you know that key command, which you do now because I've just told you. If you didn't know that key command, this little arrow on the left, and it will expand this place, and you can type it there like I can type there for the bottom box. It's just making it active, and I'll just go process there, and then that one's done. Same with colors. You can change the colors on this. So if I go up to format, you might want to change the color. So each of these wants to be a color. You click on them, you're changing the colors to whatever color you want. That's the same color. So pressing escape and tab to get onto this one, and then change the color again, something else, orange. You can change different elements of this. So I can change that color to say light green. I can change the actual whole shape to a different color as well, to orange. So wherever you click, you can change the color, including the whole background of this, and you can actually put an image in the background of this. Now that is obviously too bright, but if I come down here, you can insert pictures, and if you've got pictures, I'll just go for stock images. If you've got pictures that you've got on your computers, you can get those as well. I'll go for that. I don't know what it's going to look like. Not great because it's too prominent, and these you can't see this now, but that's what you can do. Now, as you could with the other diagram, the organizational chart, with this one, the same features are available on the ribbon. So you've got these styles where you can actually change how it looks. So you just hover over these to have a preview. And as you look at these, you can see whether it would work or not. Now, obviously, it's getting rid of my colors as I'm hovering. You can't see the colors as this is changing shapes. If I click on that one, for example, it's now showing me this sort of laid back, which is okay. It's probably easier to see with this background that I've chosen. You've also got an option, as before, to drop this arrow down and completely change the diagram type, where it will show you preview of what you've selected. If you go across the top here, some of these are not really relevant for this type of text that I've put in there, and some are. If I go on this bottom one, let's click on this one, see what that looks like. Definitely don't like that. So some of these work, some don't, and yeah, I'm not liking the way that does that. So you might need to just stay where you're at, go back to the funnel option. But you can see that what's happened now, because I've been clicking through these different diagrams, it's lost the colors that I selected. So I suggest you do all of this before you decide to color it in, because otherwise you're just wasting your time. Do I like that? Not really. See-through little discs. You can click on them and format them, but I don't like that. So I'm going to undo all of that just to get back to my beautiful diagram that I had at the beginning. So there's quite a few things I clicked on there, but that is what I would like. Maybe I would change the background. But that's how you can use a smartart diagram, how you can format a diagram and get the best out of smartart in Word. So hopefully this video is of use. Thank you for your time, and I will catch you on the next one.